Let's shift focus now to the railway sector. The cabinet, in fact, has gone ahead and greenlit 4 major railway projects worth around 24,634 crores. The approved projects are aimed at enhancing capacity and connectivity across Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat and Chhattisgarh. Additionally, the brewing discussion now is around what's the centre's increased consumption focus means for India's infrastructure and Capex needs. Will Capex, in fact, take a backseat, or can both go hand in hand, aiding the India growth story? To take this discussion forward, we have with us Nalin Gupta, who is the Managing Director at Kumar Infraprojects, and Umesh Chowdhary, who is the Vice Chairman and MD at Titagarh Rail System. Gentlemen, thank you very much for joining in. Mr. Chowdhary, I'm going to kick off the conversation with you. And these projects worth around 24,600 crores, which has got the cabinet nod. Just tell us, it's across 4 states. How does it filter down? What is the process henceforth? When would bidding start, execution begin? And what would it mean in terms of an opportunity for a company such as yours?
Good morning. Always a pleasure being with you. So, the project that has been sanctioned is under the Prime Minister Gati Shakti program, which effectively aims at debottlenecking the existing infrastructure or enhancing the capacity by debottlenecking the existing infrastructure. So, if you really look at the overall railway network in the country, there are patches within the network which actually become the bottleneck and are impacting the overall growth of the railway and kind of hindering the achievement target of 3 billion tons of freight movement and enhancing the passenger movement of the railways. So all these kind of infrastructure projects, like the one that has been sanctioned by the Union Cabinet, is going towards making sure that those bottlenecks are completely removed. And the effect of this is not going to be only for this patch, but it is going to be an overall increase in the capacity of both freight and passenger loading for the railways.
So what does that mean?
In terms of the timelines, that's not something that has been clearly specified, but considering the pace at which the current government works, I'm sure that is going to be very, very fast.
So what does that mean for orders coming in for rolling stock as a result of that? If infra worries are eased out, then one assumes that rolling stock orders will increase as well. In your case, from the government, from private entities, what's the likelihood here?
Absolutely. You see, if you really kind of break this down, the infrastructure that gets created, the track that gets laid down is like creating capacity. And in order to utilize that capacity, more rolling stock has to be purchased. So whether it is purchased by private sector or by the railways, the effect is that it does generate business for companies like us.
Okay. All right. Good morning, gentlemen, and good to see you in. Mr. Chowdhary, just come in on this then. For this year, what kind of wagon production are you looking at? The first 4 months, if I got it correctly, you did around 2,460 wagons approximately. And I think for the year, you were gunning for around 9,200 wagons. Is that target on? That means that you'll have to do close to 950 to 980 wagons for the remainder of this year on a monthly basis.
So as far as our capacity is concerned, we've already we've got a capacity to do 1,000 wagons a month. So capacity is not a challenge for us. The first 4 months of this financial year, the wheel sets, as we have discussed in the past, also was a problem. The sole supplier of wheel sets, which is Rail Wheel Factory Bangalore, had some production issues. That has gotten normalized from the month of August onwards. And now we are getting regular supplies of wheel sets. To be able to achieve similar to the numbers that we produced last year should not be a problem, around 9,500 wagons for the entire year. Our own wheel plant is also coming into production. The joint venture that we have with Ramakrishna Forging is also coming into production between January and March of 2026. So that is going to take care of this problem, that perennial problem of wheel sets that keep on coming back in some form or the other. We feel that is going to be a permanent resolution to that.
Okay. Well, Mr. Gupta, just getting you into this conversation, you're in the entire Mumbai infra upgrade scenario. So just give us a sense in terms of the projects, the metro projects. What is on-ground tendering like in terms of activity at this point? And how active is it in terms of bidding and execution?
Well, so I would say good morning, everyone, firstly. And I think the infrastructure work that we can see all around has been magnificent. And the metro projects are on track. And there is a lot of pressure to complete these projects well within the time frame. And every year there is a set kilometer requirement that has been set by the Chief Minister, which has to be completed every year. And that's how we can see every time the trial runs going on. And there are new tenders which are very soon, which shall be published. And that would be Metro Line Metro Line 10, which is from Gaimukh to Dahisar, and Metro Line 13. So these projects of metro are very soon, which are going to be published because they are in advanced stage. And that would connect the entire, I would say, a circle all around the Mumbai, which is because we have Metro Line 4, we have Metro Line 9 and 7. So this would be a connectivity between Metro Line 4 and 9.
I'm particularly happy, Mr. Gupta, that Metro Line 3 is opening today after many years of conversations that we've had with you on our channel. Hopefully the infrastructure woes of Mumbai get, eased a little with the Metro Line 3 opening. But speaking about metros itself and the layout that the government has on rail infra, do you believe that you will participate in tenders outside of that as well? Maybe not in and around Mumbai, but Maharashtra and some of the national projects?
Well, so I think you would appreciate that Kumar, we are already operational in 7 states, and we are doing Bombay, Pune, Surat, we are doing Delhi, we are doing Bangalore. So metro projects, Kumar has been active all across the country. And for us, Maharashtra is not only a state where we focus. As far as metro is concerned, we are open to bidding in all the states. And so, of course, we'll be very keen in, bagging orders all across the country as and when the opportunity comes.
Okay. All right. Mr. Chowdhary, coming across to you then, if you could help us out with the passenger rail system, what is the targets out there? I think in the coming years, you're looking at ramping it up. If I got it correctly, last year, the delivery was close to around 12 coaches. You could correct me on that number. This year, you're looking at it going up phenomenally, I think 120. So give us the path on the PRS side of your business.
Absolutely. So, on a lighter note, the harder Mr. Gupta works, the better it is for us because he creates the track.
It's good for everyone, sir. Let me tell you, it's very, very good for all of us. The
harder both of you all work, the better it is for everyone else.
So Mr. Gupta and Mr. Chowdhary, we are cheering for y'all. Y'all got the cheerleaders, but your shareholders would like to know what about the numbers? You're making our lives quite simple. The other day I went from Lower Parel to BKC in a matter of, I think, 12 to around 15 minutes. So happy with the metro rail. But Mr. Chowdhary, you wanted to give us those numbers. Please go ahead.
So you're absolutely right. Last year we did about just 12 wagons, 12 coaches, metro coaches, which were primarily supplied to Pune. This year we are targeting around 120 cars, ramping up to 240 the next year, and so on. So the growth trajectory that we have for the coaches is quite substantial. We should be able to get to 300 coaches of metro coaches alone by 2028. And then further, depending upon the market, expand it further. Our overall capacity, which we are planning for the metro coaches, is even larger than that.
Okay.
In terms of the projects executed, we did the Pune Metro, of course, the Bangalore, the Patna Metro, which was inaugurated day before yesterday, was with our train. We are going to deliver the Ahmedabad Metro this year. The Surat Metro will be this financial year. And of course, Mumbai Line 6 is what we've already got. So there are a number of projects that on the metro side we are doing. And then there is the Vande Bharat. So we already have the order for 80 Vande Bharat trains. That's 1,280 cars. And that will start delivery in FY27 and then ramp up. So there also we will have a capacity of doing up to 350 cars a year.
So Mr. Chowdhary,
something where our total capacity was, or total production was 12 cars, including Vande Bharat and Metro in FY25. We are looking at ramping it up to close to 700 cars or 650, 700 cars in 28-29. So it's actually a big part of our growth story.
Sure. Mr. Chowdhary, so then, just narrowing down on that fact that, or on that assumption or that fear that maybe the government is probably going to slow down a little bit on Capex because of their focus on consumption, that won't hold true considering the kind of Capex and the kind of execution pace that you all are seeing, or is there any kind of fear that one has when it comes to this?
No, I don't think so. I believe that both have to coexist because, the infrastructure, this government has been very, very clear on its policy. Prime Minister Modi, right? I was just reading that he spent 24 years now in public service and public life as a chief minister and a prime minister. So all through the journey of 24 years, I think his focus has been on the infrastructure, and that's never taken a back seat. So, in a country like India, which has so much of diversity, the
Right.
All right.
masses is important, but infrastructure can never take a back seat.
Okay. All right. Mr. Chowdhary, coming back to you. Mr. Gupta, I think for this year you were guiding for revenue of around 6,500, 6,600 with mid-teens margins. Do you stick to that and also help us out with the order inflow?
Well, so I would say there is the top line that we have targeted of 6,500 to 6,600 is well on track, and we should be surely able to achieve this with the bottom lines of 14 to 15% EBITDA margin, because that comes with the existing orders. So we are very much confident, and we are till Q2 we have been doing in line with the target that we have set for our company. So I would say absolutely there is no worries to think about the achievement of it. We have surely achieved that. And for the order book inflow, there has not been a new order inflow as of now for this year, because I think the type of margins that we look at and the type of projects that we are looking at. But in this coming 6 months, we should be surely able to bag orders worth around 5,000 to 6,000 crores, which we are about to bid. And there are certain projects that we have already bidded as well. So we are very confident of bagging those orders.
Got that. So 5,000 to 6,000 crore worth order inflow in the remainder of this year. Nothing has come by in the first half, but you are confident of 6,000, 6,500 crore revenue with mid-teen margins. Mr. Chowdhary, back to you as well. What has been the order inflow in the second quarter so far? What is the order book that you stand at? And what is expected in the second half of this year from both PRS as well as rolling stock coming in from, freight?
Sure. So we've in the last few months we've got the Mumbai Line 6. We've got some other orders, both private sector and some railway wagon orders as well. So the overall order book, including our share of the joint venture, last as we announced, was about 27,000 crores. And we have participated in several tenders. Some of them we are already in a good position. So we would of course announce about them once they materialize. But we see the pipeline quite healthy. Of course, we are waiting for the big wagon tender that should come out hopefully in the next 2-3 quarters. We do have orders for the next about 4-5 quarters for the wagon. For the passenger rail system, of course, we have order book visibility even for the next 3-4 years.
And what's the size of the wagon order which is likely in the next 2-3 quarters that you're saying? And how much are you likely to win from that?
The tender should come out in the next 2 to 3 quarters, as we understand that.
What is the quantum, sir? What is the size of it? And normally, what is your hit ratio?
We do not know the size of it because these things are going to get clear only at the time of the tender, etc. But normally, our market share has been between 20 to 23%. So we expect to maintain around the same market share.
Okay. All right, Mr. Chowdhary as well as Mr. Gupta. Thanks very much for joining in and speaking with us. So no slowdown in terms of any kind of order inflow from the government when it comes to Capex and consumption pretty much going hand in hand in terms of a theme right now.